Nice. You guys want to hear some crazy shit?
Hell yeah.
This is breaking news. I was listening to one of our peers' podcasts. I'm not going to say who it was, but they were telling a side story about a man in Florida who entered a cockroach-eating contest in order to win a python from a pet store.
Listen to it.
And I was like, I did a double take because that is the subplot of one of the stories in Joey Poole's book of stories.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I texted him immediately and I was like, what? Or he said, what?
True, the stranger than fiction.
Art imitating life.
Yes.
But this is not an Oscar Wilde podcast. Welcome to Season 8, Episode 16 of Cinema Chop Shop. This is a movie podcast that concedes that remakes are going to happen. So why shouldn't movie buffs,
Like us,
decide who is recast in those iconic roles? My name is...
Crank 2 High Travoltage,
Mm-hmm.
a.k.a. Travis Beat Magazine, a.k.a. License to Trav.
The Travis Beat Magazine one is a little bit suggestive in the wrong way. And I will be your host. And I'm joined here in the shop by my co-host and co-producer, Sean by me, a.k.a. Evil Obsessed Sean, a.k.a. the mayor of Sean Set Strip. And in our third seat, Chop Shop Regulator, Shelver Bullet, a.k.a. Shell Secret Admirer, a.k.a. Sharknado 3, Oh Chell No. Further description of the show, the tagline at the top says, Watch, Chop, Retrofit, because essentially that's what we do here. We watch older movies, sometimes classic films with iconic actors, and then we retrofit them by tweaking the design with new parts. Quick disclaimer, we're not actually in favor of the remake, reboot, sequel-dependent cinematic culture. Get out of my yard, lame-o.
get out of my yard, lame-o.
This is more of an exercise in satire and irony. We try to be funny.
And sometimes we succeed.
All right. Bringing us to the theme of the episode. Whose idea was this?
I think it might be mine.
A Tale of Two Coreys.
I kind of regret it.
The two Coreys, also known as the Coreys, are actors Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, both born in 1971. Feldman and Haim were child actors during the 1980s, and the two were also close friends. The two Coreys appeared in a total of 9 films together, including The Lost Boys in 1987. That was their first movie together. Also, Feldman went on to star in Gremlins, The Goonies, Stand By Me, and Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter, while Haim starred in Silver Bullet and Lucas. Becoming a brand, the two Coreys achieved mainstream fame and notoriety as teen idols, but each later experienced a career downturn due to drug use. The Two Coreys is also the name of a reality show about the two actors that aired on the A&E network from 2007 to 2008. Following a long battle with drug addiction, Haim died of pneumonia in 2010. In 2020, Feldman released My Truth, The Rape of Two Coreys. The documentary explores the friendship between the two Coreys and asserts that both were sexually abused as children in the entertainment industry. So on that light note, they did make some fun movies together back in the day. Some of them don't hold up as much. But what are your guys' thoughts on this subject?
Nostalgia is a funny thing because I remember some of these movies fondly, and watching a few of them back, they just don't hold up, and you kind of wonder what the fuss was about.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Corey Haim was considered to be the real heartthrob of the two. I always thought that Corey Feldman kind of had the better acting chops.
Just a quick rundown of the movies they appeared in together, starting with The Lost Boys in 1987, License to Drive in 88, Dream a Little Dream 1989, Blown Away 1993, National Lampoon's Last Resort in 1994, Dream a Little Dream 2 in 1995, Busted 1996. They had cameos in Dickie Roberts, former child star, and then finally in 2008, The Lost Boys, The Tribe.
Ooh.
So, Chelsea, what are your thoughts on this subject?
I only liked one movie that they were in together.
Which was?
The Lost Boys.
Okay, the very first one.
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid movie, I think. I think that one holds up all right.
Yeah,
That movie's great.
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sequels, not so much.
No.
But that being said, let's go into our next segment, which is the Midnight Double Feature. And this is where we go around the panel and we each talk about 2 films that are within our subject of the week. And we talk about why they would be a good pairing for a double feature. And Sean, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a couple of films. Actually, there were 3 films released in quick succession, starring Corey Haim and Nicole Eggert.
Okay.
The 2 were dating at the time.
Oh.
And speaking of
Ansel Eggert's mom.
no, speaking of child actors who are laying down accusations of rape, Nicole Eggert, of course, recently alleges that Scott Baio sexually assaulted her on the set of Charles in Charge. So yeah, it kind of casts a really dark shadow on their, these child actors' lives.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So the first one is going to be from 1992, called The 00 Kid. And this film stars Corey Haim, Brigitte Nielsen, Wallace Shawn,
wow,
and Nicole Eggert. God. All right, so he's 21 at the time.
Okay.
I don't know what kid they're talking about. He's a spy in training.
Yeah, hence the 00.
He can drive. He can hop a plane. So he's not a kid. So I have a problem with that. There's credit given at the beginning of the movie to the CGI artist.
What year?
92.
In 92 CGI is not. You don't need to give credit to anything.
Anyway.
It's bad.
Anyway, he's trained to be a secret agent. He gets caught up in this this intrigue. Wallace Shawn's a criminal mastermind.
Yeah.
He's been charged with taking down a plane that's flying over the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
And he's got all of his operatives trying to steal this technology to
Get that plane.
to do this computer virus thing. So Corey Haim's delivering the package to a guy from his spy agency that's never named. From Philadelphia, by the way.
Okay.
They fly him to LA to make a delivery. And the guy when he pays him a tip, he slips him this like key card. The Wallace Shawn's operatives are after this key card because it's going to give them access they need to access all this other technology that they
Okay.
blah, blah, blah. So the chase begins. He gets away. He gives them the slip, but he misses his flight, so he has to stay in a hotel. Wallace Shawn's operatives say, he must be staying at a hotel. We need to find him. In Los Angeles. They find him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one hotel he's in, the one room he's in, they find him. Anyway, he crosses paths with Nicole Eggert because he's being pursued by a team of roller hockey players in a parking deck.
Now I know why you like this movie.
And she works at like a drive-in, so she has roller skates on anyway.
Oh.
As luck would have it.
Yeah.
And
coincidentally,
she's pushing a shopping cart. I don't know why. She's not a bag lady. And to help get away, because he sprained his ankle running away from the hockey players, he hops in her shopping cart. So there's a big scene of them going down the parking deck, and it's really stupid. I don't know why Wallace Shawn agreed to do this movie.
Yeah.
It's inconceivable.
Indeed.
But I'm going to follow that up with 1993's Blown Away.
Okay.
Blown Away is an erotic thriller. This came out 1 year afterwards, and it features a lot of Nicole Eggert.
Oh, so you're saying this is not the Blown Away explosion movie with Jeff Bridges and Tommy Lee Jones?
No. This is a story about a teenage beauty who tries to convince her new boyfriend that her father murdered her mother and that he should die too. It stars Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, and Nicole Eggert. It's very predictable. There's a bad boom shot in this one.
Okay.
The boom mic hangs in. At the end of the film, there's some gunplay, and you can see Corey Haim's wearing earplugs.
Really?
In the shot. But again, lots and lots of Nicole Eggert.
Some solid viewing, it sounds like.
Yeah, but anyway, these are both not recommends.
Not recommends. All right, over to you, Chelsea.
I'm doing movies that I consider each of the Coreys separately, like, at their best.
Yes.
So I'm doing 1985's The Goonies,
Oh, hell yes.
which I don't think we really need to talk about. Everybody has seen this or should have.
And if you haven't, or you do want to hear us talk about it, go back and listen to our mini-sode.
Our
that we
live
did,
mini-sode.
A live mini-sode where we recast the Goonies.
Yes. And I'm going to pair that with 1986 Lucas.
Which we've also talked about here on the show.
Yeah.
Gary Busey? Is that right? No, he's in Silver Bullet.
That's Silver Bullet.
Gotcha. Who was the father figure in Lucas?
I don't know the father figure, but it's got
Charlie Sheen? No.
No.
But your lead actress is I'm drawing a complete blank.
Carrie Green, the girl
Yes.
from the Goonies.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
She's
exactly.
in both of them.
There's your tie.
Connection.
Binds.
Gotcha. All right. So you feel that these are the only two movies that either of them were in that, in your opinion, are worth a shit?
For Corey Haim,
Yes.
Lucas, yes.
Okay.
Corey Feldman, there's a few others where he's great.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. So my double feature, I'm going a little bit more supernatural.
Okay.
And I think this is also each of their first kind of solo effort where they weren't working together. So I've got Gremlins in 1984, directed by Joe Dante, who also did Piranha, The Howling, Explorers, Inner Space, and The Burbs. It's got an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. A gadget salesman. This is just, if you type in Gremlins to Google, this is the synopsis that they give you. A gadget salesman is looking for a special gift for his son and finds one at a store in Chinatown. The shopkeeper is reluctant to sell him the Mogwai, but sells it to him with the warning to never expose it to bright light, water, or feed it after midnight. All of this happens, and the result is a gang of gremlins that decide to tear up the town on Christmas Eve. Classic movie, fun Christmas film.
Yeah.
Pairing this with Corey Haim's first solo deal, Silver Bullet, in 1985. Directed by Dan Attias, who most of his other credits are TV shows,
Yeah.
directing credits. Obviously the inferior film of the two. It's only got a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes. When a series of unexplained murders occurs in the normally quiet town of Tarker's Mill, the residents decide to hunt down the killer. However, many of these vigilantes end up dead, and those who don't are no closer to finding the assailant. But when a young wheelchair-using boy named Marty, played by Corey Haim, encounters a werewolf one night, the pieces begin to come together. Along with his sister and Uncle Red, played by Gary Busey, Marty begins a mission to capture the werewolf once and for all. And even though it's not a great movie, just in celebration of that, we're going to crack open our first beer check-in.
Nice.
It's going to be the Silver Bullet, also known as a Coors Light.
Coors Light.
And you'll notice that they're really leaning into the packaging, a bullet.
Roll that glass over to you.
I don't know. It was perfect timing.
Do you want any?
Yeah, I want
Okay.
some.
Can't reach.
I mean, it's gross, but
Oh,
my
yeah.
drink's empty.
That movie is priceless to me because of Busey souping up the the wheelchair.
Oh, that was the part you showed me. Like, you gotta see this.
It's ridiculous.
I'll just use the can.
Okay, you're good with the
Bullet can.
Hey, you got some paper towels there if you want to clean up that spill.
So yeah, that is the supernatural style Corey double feature.
I like it. I like that a lot.
All this is going on the YouTube.
Yeah, this is how we make messes. This is how we get ants. Coors Light.
Yeah, I want this one.
Okay, well you take that one. I'll take this one.
The beer for people so stupid they need to see the mountains turn blue before they know if it's cold. Yep, that's a Coors Light, all right.
Yep, that's what that tastes like.
Yep.
All right, let's go on into our next segment, the feature segment, which is the recast. And this is where we take a pre-selected film that we've all seen and we hypothetically recast a few of the main roles. The first one is the aforementioned License to Drive from 1988, directed by Greg Beeman, It's got a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
About right.
Knock it down.
You want it down lower?
Yeah.
Well, just wait. Teenager Les Anderson, played by Corey Haim, thinks his life can't get any worse after he flunks his driver's exam. But he's wrong. Even though he didn't receive his license, Les refuses to break his date with the cool Mercedes Lane. what a name. In a film called License to Drive, her name is Mercedes Lane.
She's destined to be a porn star.
Played by roller girl herself, Heather Graham. And he decides to lift his family's prized luxury car for the occasion. People used to say the word lift as slang for stealing. Unfortunately, Mercedes sneaks some booze along and passes out drunk, and a confused Les makes the bad decision of enlisting his rebellious friend, Dean, played by Corey Feldman. So, tell us why it's so bad.
Chelsea, you watched this fresh. I have not seen it in ages.
It's just... It's so dorky and so cringy and cheesy that I had to look away from the screen many times because I felt uncomfortable and embarrassed watching it.
So this is kind of on a serious note. Speaking of uncomfortable, the premise of the movie revolves around the fact that his hot teenage date is passed out drunk, and he continues the date. Which is a little bit problematic considering the bigger scope of the two Coreys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Les Anderson, played by Corey Haim. He was 17 at the time. We've got Mercedes Lane, played by Heather Graham. She was 18. And then we've got Dean, played by Corey Feldman, who was also 17. And in all of the things that we're going to be talking about, Corey and Corey are the same age, because they were both born in the same year. I'm not getting into month discrepancies.
Okay.
Thank God.
No one's asking you to.
All right, so first up, we've got License to Drive. And Chelsea, who is going to be your Les?
Okay. So my actor was in Apollo 13, The Truman Show. I went with Ed Harris.
Okay, and so you went pretty old.
Yeah, I went with Ed Harris.
Ed
it was
Harris.
71, so I flipped 17.
Outstanding.
He's just now learning to drive.
Yeah.
He never needed to before. All right, over to you, Sean.
Jeez, how do I follow that? My actor is 20 years old now. He was in Touch with Kiefer Sutherland. Ironically, also in Lost Boys.
True.
He was in The Darkness, The Games Maker, but everyone knows him from the TV series Gotham. I went with David Mazouz.
David Mazouz. Now, does he play the young Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, he's kind of got like a little dreamy look about it.
Yeah. All right. My Les Anderson, I think he might be a little bit old for this, but he looks young. I've got him as 18, but he might be even like 19 or 20. He's in Killer High, Brotherhood, and Extracurricular. His name is Spencer McPherson. Spencer McPherson.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is going to be my...
It's a little brooding.
Yeah, my Corey Haim, Les Anderson. Next, we've got Mercedes. And Chelsea, who were you thinking about for this?
Oh, yeah. So my actress was in The Three Musketeers. What?
I couldn't hear you.
Your actress is in The Three Musketeers and?
Yeah. Bunch of other stuff. I went with Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch. Raquel Welch.
She's dreamy.
Mm-hmm.
She's also 81.
quite advanced in maturity. All right, Sean.
All right, my actress is 18 years old, and she needs a shot at redemption, given the events in the last week or two. She was in the film Leap, Book of Henry, To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You.
Is it Billie Eilish?
No, she was in the film Music. It's Maddie Ziegler.
Oh.
She needs a shot at redemption.
I saw her when I was looking up actresses. Also, what the fuck is a Billie Eyelash? I'm just joking. I'm going to watch that documentary later. What the fuck is the internet? My pick for Mercedes Lane is just 16 now. She's in The Osiris Child, Origin Wars, and Home and Away. Her name is Tegan Croft. Tegan Croft.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. That works.
We got one more. It's also a Corey. Heather Graham's really in a Corey sandwich in this one. They're the bread, and she's the meat part of the sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Dino, played by Corey Feldman. He was 17 at the time. Chelsea, who's your pick?
My actor needs no introduction. I went with Bill Murray.
Yes. I love Bill Murray so much, I'm not even going to fault you for how absurd your theme is. They're all people 70 plus.
No, I flipped the actors.
Oh, the ages. You flipped each age. Wow, you stuck with it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good job. Way to think outside the box. Way to not even see the box.
What box?
All right, over to you, Sean.
All right, so I went with an actor who is 17 years old. And, Corey Feldman, he's the funnier of the two. I said I consider him a better actor, but
definitely the more successful one.
Yeah, very expressive, and those eyebrows, he likes to work the eyebrows a lot when he performs. So this actor, I kind of overlaps a little bit. He was in Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn. Don't know what that is.
I've heard of that.
It's a TV show on the Disney Channel.
He appeared in Modern Family.
Uh-huh.
But most people would know him as number 5 from the Umbrella Academy. I went with Aidan Gallagher.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I shopped him for something else. Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, over to me. My Dean is 16 now. He's in Star Falls. He's in The Road to Lemon Grove. And he's in The Passenger. His name is Tommaso Sanelli.
Tommaso Sanelli.
Yeah, he's of Italian descent, but he's an American actor, and he's kind of got that cool dude.
Yeah.
Too cool for school. But all of my actors are also in the TV show Titans on HBO Max. HBO Max. Give us that Monday. Final thoughts on License to Drive?
Oh, I don't.
So,
hard pass.
It took me 3 times to get my license to drive. The first time, the driving instructor literally yelled at me. She's like, "You're nervous? I should be the one who's nervous." That being said, still skip this movie.
Yeah, totally.
That's going to bring us into intermission, but not before we say, "Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves some Rocky Road." All right, Chop Shoppers. Thank you for bearing with us during intermission, and welcome back. When we come back from intermission, what do we like to do, Sean?
Beer chicken.
And what do you got for us?
All right, I've got a real treat for you. It's from Resident Culture Brewing in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wonderful.
It's called Lager Drops. It is an India Pale Lager.
Lager Drops.
Yeah, it sounds like something that a woodsman would leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a India Pale Lager, and the hop profile is Galaxy, Citra, and Mosaic.
Beautiful.
I had a can of this the other day.
Yeah.
And it's exquisite.
And you said it's very fresh, too.
Yeah, hold on to your dick.
I was already holding on to my dick, just for the YouTube patrons. You guys can't see it, but they can. This desk doesn't have a right side.
So I'm going to pull this up. Oh, hallelujah.
I'm leaning, doing the...
Are you doing the reach?
Yeah, we're doing the...
You'll notice
Michelangelo.
You'll notice a crystal clear lager.
Oh, God.
See-through, and the aroma is fantastic.
That's really good.
I wish I had bought more of this.
I hear you. And they're not distributing down here very much, are they?
A few things make it down, but
This is really good.
for the 2-hour drive, it's better to just go get it fresh.
Crisp.
Yeah.
Especially after that bullshit silver bullet. All right, now let's move it into our next segment, which is the 2021 Movie Marathon. As of this recording, it is the 57th day of the year. I'm on number 67. Sean?
I'm on 71.
And Chelsea?
122.
So my first check-in is going to be an amazing movie that everybody needs to see. It's called Judas and the Black Messiah from 2021. Insanely compelling performance in this dramatic biopic. It is the story of the chairman of the Black Panther Party and about the person who, as the title suggests, betrays him to the FBI. The J. Edgar Hoover character is played by Martin Sheen. The Fred Hampton character is played by Daniel Kaluuya. And the rat is played by Lakeith Stanfield. And that's not a spoiler because it's in the title. So if you think about it, it's kind of the inverse of Black Klansman.
Okay.
In Black Klansman, John David Washington's character sends in a white guy to infiltrate the Klan. In this, the white guy, played by Jesse Plemons, sends in a black guy to infiltrate the Black Panthers. So I saw a lot of parallels, and then it became almost too on the nose because Jesse Plemons' character, who's fairly racist in the movie, says, "I told you, they're just like the Klan. They're just like the Klan." So there's the false equivalency problem.
Yeah.
But amazing film. Everybody needs to watch
Yeah, you give it 5 stars, I saw.
5 stars.
That's good. I'm going to check in one that's not a 5-star movie.
Okay.
It's a Corey Haim film from 1996 called Fever Lake.
Fever Lake.
Fever Lake is a horror film that you can see on Amazon Prime with the help of Riff Tracks.
Okay.
And I encourage you to do so. Corey Haim and Mario Lopez in Mom Jeans co-star in a lame, quote-unquote, horror movie. A group of well-behaved college kids retreat to a lake house weekend at the titular Fever Lake.
So it's a Friday the 13th ripoff.
Evil lurks. Well, I'm not going to go into detail. It's stupid. It's terrible. It's lame. The lake.
Let's go down to Fever Lake.
The lake itself plays very little part in this film whatsoever. But you've got 3 guys, 3 girls. They're going to the lake house. They're supposedly in college. Yet
they're all really dumb.
it's almost like the movie was produced by the celibacy initiative. Like all the guys sleep in the room together, all the girls sleep in the room. It's bad.
But they that probably prevents them from getting murdered for at least a little bit, right? Because that would be one of the rules you don't break.
Yeah, it's just.
So there's no TNA?
No, there's no TNA in that one. But
sounds like it's a total wash.
I will remedy that very shortly.
Okay, you're gonna remake it.
No, I'm gonna take my clothes off.
Oh boy, T and A.
That's what that means. I was trying to figure out what TNA means.
I'm tucking in my shirt. Go ahead, Chelsea.
This is a movie from 2020. It's called I Care a Lot with
yes.
Oh, I'm gonna say her name wrong. Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Pike.
Thank you.
Gone Girl.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage, Diane Wiest.
Sorry to interrupt, but I had a dream last night that Peter Dinklage was in, but he was tall Peter Dinklage.
Oh, that's weird.
And I was like, "You're just John C. Reilly."
Anyways, she plays a legal guardian to elderly people, and a bit of a con woman. And this, this movie was really good. I was really surprised by it.
Yeah,
I don't want to
she's
get
a great actress.
Oh, it was great. It was fun to watch.
Nice. Okay, my turn. My next one is going to be Flora and Ulysses. This is on a much lighter note. This is a Disney Plus live action / CGI family film. about a girl who befriends a squirrel that has apparently superpowers. And it's one of those red fox squirrels, so it's extra cute. So my review. The squirrel, the girl, and the movie as a whole are adorable. Watched this with my lovely wife, Michelle, and I liked it quite a bit. Also, the words squirrel and girl are two words that I couldn't say when I was a little kid.
Oh, yeah?
That will wold.
Oh. Sorry.
Sean, you're up.
All right, so next check-in is going to be Busted.
Busted.
This is the directorial debut of Corey Feldman.
Yes, correct. And Corey Haim was in it, but he got fired from it by Corey Feldman because he was absent so much and on drugs so much.
And it's apparent. My little Twitter review says, screwball quote-unquote comedy, starring and directed by Corey Feldman, co-starring several Playboy playmates as a launch pad for their quote-unquote acting careers.
Is there a black couch involved?
No. Corey Haim appears, but I doubt he even knew it at the time.
Oh, wow. So he's just like a zombie.
He's out of it in this film. You can tell he was messed up.
He's on some other shit.
Not funny. A lot of gimmicky shtick and a lot of TNA.
Gratuitous TNA.
Gratuitous to the point where it just becomes silly and dumb. And
I'm actually glad, Chelsea, that you came to that realization that TNA means Travis and Alan. What's your next check-in?
It's from 2018. It's called The Lie with Joey King and Peter Sarsgaard. Basically, it's the Parent Trap for sociopaths.
Okay, you got to elaborate a little bit more. I'm intrigued.
Joey King is on her way to like some dance retreat for the weekend, and her dad is taking her there. They see her friend at a bus stop, and they pick her up because she's going to the same retreat. And she was like, my dad and I got into a fight, and he was like, take the bus, so here I am. Anyways, they stop because one of the girls has to use the bathroom really bad, and the girls wander off into the wood, and dad is like outside the car like, what the hell, what's going on, hurry up. And he walks into the woods and he hears screaming and then like crying, goes up to Joey King, and she's like, I pushed her. They're like on this bridge into this,
ouch,
like over this river. She's like, I pushed her.
Because she was like, we ain't got time for that.
You don't really know what the fight is about. You have no idea. So anyways, he's like, oh my God, we're not going to say anything. Her mom's a lawyer. So he like rushes back to try to talk to the mom. Whole bunch of shit goes down. It's from 2018. Can I spoil it?
Yes.
The girls pulled a prank.
She didn't get pushed in.
She did not get pushed in.
Whoa.
But this lie goes so far, and they're trying to protect Joey King so much, they kill the girl's father.
Oh, it escalates to that point?
It really does. And it doesn't feel like it disingenuous.
Is the actress's name Joey King?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I can't remember her character's name.
That's fine. The name sounds familiar.
It's an action movie thriller for sure, and it's short.
Your description, The Parent Trap for Sociopaths, is perfectly apt. Oh, wow.
It's not great, but it was fun. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All right, next, I've got a straight-up documentary. It's called Made You Look, a true story about fake art. And it's one of the better documentaries out there. There's not a lot of them about art forgery, and specifically one of the largest scale art forgery operations the world has ever seen. We're talking Picasso's, Pollock's, we're talking Picasso, Jackson Pollock, Matisse, all sorts of amazing work that even experts weren't detecting because they were in museums. And people would be like, well, if we're buying it from this place or it's in this place, that should be provenance enough.
Right.
But it's not.
Weren't there people in the system that were complicit?
Oh, absolutely,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool documentary, and I can't get enough of that stuff. With I think you'd enjoy it too with the art background. And that's my last check-in for this week, number 67.
Cool. All right, I've got one more, and this is going to be another Corey Haim flick. It's called Just One of the Girls.
God.
It already sounds problematic.
It is problematic. It plays on your classic Shakespearean motif of a guy in disguise as a girl to get an ends to a means, or a means to an end. And it does pose problems. This is the third of the Nicole Eggert films.
Okay.
Oh boy, this gender-flipping flick didn't age well. From Corey's homophobic father to general insensitivity towards gender identity issues, this romp should be left in the past. In order to get into a music program at a high school, I think it was, Corey Haim disguises himself as a girl, also to get away from a bully who was beating him up and stuff. He disguises himself as a girl and quickly finds himself on the
He was just like nut slapping him.
just whatever. He had to get away. He finds himself on the cheerleading squad, and really got the hots for Nicole Eggert.
I feel like this movie's been made a lot of times.
Well, sure. It's, like I said, it's a classic Shakespearean farce.
However, the girl is on the football team.
Yeah, that's just one of the guys.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Another film from the 80s. Well,
Are they supposed to be parallel films?
No connection whatsoever. But this one is from, I don't know when it's from, but mid-90s, 93, I would guess. And because of that, you've got this weird, like infancy of trying to be sensitive to gender identity. So, like, there's the girls' PE coach who's like susses out that there's something not quite right with Corey Haim's character, and she suspects that she likes other girls, and she was kind of gonna say, it's okay, it's cool, you can be honest with me, but Corey, of course, thinks that she's found him out, and so he confesses that he's a guy, and so it becomes this whole gender identity thing, and he has to portray someone who is comfortable dressing as a woman because he feels he is a woman. Yeah. Yada, yada, yada. It's problematic and should be avoided at all costs.
Yeah, this is another one of those situations. This is a 3 men and a baby situation where the premise doesn't apply today.
Yet we're remaking.
It's no longer funny.
Yet we're remaking 3 Men and a Baby.
Oh. Chelsea, you got one more?
I do. So I told you I was trying to watch all of the Guillermo del Toro films.
Okay.
So I saw another one.
Which one?
The Shape of Water.
Oh, fish fuckery!
I thought it was a really beautiful love
Oh,
story.
it's amazing. It's an amazing movie. He's a genius. And that, who's the girl? The main female lead is also like a famous television actress, right?
Well, I have no idea.
I could be wrong about this. I'm not giving Dana any fodder. So yeah, great movie. I saw it in the theater, and I slipped out to go to the bathroom right at the fish fuckery part, and I really, really regret it. Cool. So that's going to wrap us up on the 2021 movie marathon for this week, bringing us to the second part of our feature segment, The Recast Continued.
Part 2.
The second Corey. We're going to be recasting Dream a Little Dream from 1989. And speaking of these tropes, this is a body switch movie, essentially, right?
Yeah. Little Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Directed by Mark Rocco, not to be confused with the other Mark Rocco. This one directed Where the Day Takes You and came up last week, Murder in the First.
Yeah.
Murder in the First. That's the Kevin Bacon, Gary Oldman one, right? Yeah. This movie.
Was it last week? Was it the week before?
Week before.
Not last week, but the week before. 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon came knocking at the door. This movie has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, you guys. The elusive 0.
No.
The big goose egg.
No. Doesn't deserve a 0.
Yes, it does.
No.
Well, only 10 people have reviewed it, and all of them gave it 0.
Look. Meredith Salinger's in it. That automatically gets you a 5%.
5%. All right, so where do we go from there?
I'm just saying, it gets at least 5%
Okay.
because she's fucking adorable.
The bar is low. Dream a little dream. An accident swaps the minds of a married older man, played by Jason Robards, and a teenager, played by Corey Feldman, chasing his dream girl, Meredith Salinger. Flesh it out a little bit more for me.
Well, Corey Feldman is a Michael Jackson impersonator in this movie.
That's what I thought.
I think he does a damn good job of it.
Oh, excellent.
With the
And that's
moves.
interesting because he had a well-documented friendship with Michael
Oh,
Jackson.
and this is clearly like
referencing that.
In the peak of it, because he looks exactly like him.
And he claims that he's the only child star that Michael Jackson did not take advantage of.
Michael Jackson screwed him up.
Mm-hmm.
That's evident.
But yeah, Corey Haim is in this as well as kind of a friend.
Like a punk friend?
Punk friend, yeah, punk friend. Yeah. But I remember this being a little darker than it really was.
Okay.
Like, I saw it when it first came out, but the whole deal of them being in this dream world and Robards trying to kind of figure out how to get back into his body with his wife and return this Feldman kid back to his, and he's having to live the life of a teenager.
Yeah. Like Prelude to a Kiss.
Yeah, this again. I referenced some Shakespearean stuff earlier. This plot has been done before many times. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. This movie's just not successful.
Chelsea, anything to add?
No.
All right, so the roles that we're going to recast, we've got Bobby Keller, played by Corey Feldman. He was 18 at the time. We've got Dinger, Bobby Dinger and Laney. Oh, wait, sorry. Bobby Dinger and Laney Coleman. You got Dinger, played by Corey Haim, who was also 18. We've got Laney Diamond, played by Meredith Salinger, who was 19. And then we've got Coleman Ettinger, played by the late, great Jason Robards, who at the time was 67. And are y'all ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna go this way. Sean.
Oh, really?
You're like changing everything.
Oh my God.
It's throwing me off.
It's Freaky Friday.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you can't keep up.
All right, so hot on the heels of my check-in of just one of the girls, I wanted to turn this into kind of a gender identity film.
Ah.
And so my lead actress is actually a transgendered actress.
Okay.
19 years old. Can be seen in things such as Other People, Champions, Jessie, Glee, and the reboot of Saved by the Bell. I went with Jessie Tota.
Okay.
She's excellent.
And
Did you guys watch the reboot Saved by the Bell?
Yes. Obsessed.
And
I'm
it's good.
obsessed.
It's really good.
Huh.
And Jessie Tota is funny as hell, which is why I really picked her for this part.
She's
because,
amazing in it.
Now, it's not an analog to the Jessie from the original.
No.
That's the actress's name.
That's not her character's name.
Oh, okay. She did have a show called Jessie, though.
On Saved by the Bell, she's kind of like, she starts out as kind of the mean girl.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little frame of reference.
It's really good. You should watch it.
Watching Saved by the Bell, got a house by the Bayside. All right, over to you, Chelsea. What do you got?
So my actor was in Modern Family. Nikki, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn. And the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
With Hayden Gallagher.
There you go.
Well.
All right.
Yep.
Over to me. Oh, by the way, we love it when that happens. My Bobby Keller is 18 now. He was in Pan, No Labyrinth. He was in Paddington 2. He's in a movie called Second Skin. His name is Louis Partridge. Louis Partridge.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Next up, we've got Dinger, played by Corey Haim. He was also 18, same age. And Sean, your pick for Dinger?
I went with a 21-year-old best friend of my Jessie Tota. Was in Little Fires Everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
Deadwood the Movie, Destroyer, as well as Seabird, which you've seen.
I've seen Seabird.
And The Righteous Gemstones as the problem child. Her name is Jade Pettyjohn.
J. Pettyjohn. Did Righteous Gemstones get renewed?
I sure hope so.
Also, Ricky, Dicky, Dinger, and Dong.
That's the show.
Next, my pick for Dinger is 17 Now. Right. Oh wait, it's over to you.
See, I knew you could not keep up
Sorry,
with
you can't keep up.
Over to you. Chelsea, please.
My actor was in Charlie St. Cloud, Frankenweenie, I Am Legend, but you know him from Ozark. I went with Charlie Taham.
Yeah, he's good. Nice. Okay, it's my turn?
It is.
Yes. My Dinger is 17 Now. He's in Big Time Adolescence. He's also in The Mick, and he was in Wet Hot American Summer. His name is Thomas Barbuska.
Barbuska. Oh, gotcha.
Thomas Barbuska.
It looks like he just woke up.
Yeah, I think that's his thing.
Well, that's kind of Corey Haim's thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
When I wake up, I just meant get high.
Yeah.
Meredith Salinger playing Lainey Diamond. She was 19, and Sean, who's your pick for this?
Well, we should mention, of course, Meredith Salinger is the current wife of one Patton Oswalt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You did not know that?
No, I did not. That's awesome.
She is an angel.
Okay.
And national treasure. So, that in mind, I picked an actress who just got on my radar just recently, and I think that she deserves every role under the sun. She was in Mayans MC on FX. She was in the reboot of Party of Five. She was in The Resident. But most recently, she played the role of Liv in Willy's Wonderland. Emily Tosta.
Is she the main girl?
Yes.
Yeah, she's good, dude. Willy's Wonderland was fun.
I loved that movie.
I thought she made this movie great.
She was a badass.
Yeah.
All right, over to you, Chelsea.
My actress was in Modern Family.
Mm-hmm.
She did a voice on The Dark Knight Returns, Batman. I went with Ariel Winter.
Ariel Winter's good.
Okay, so last week you were talking about Burt Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
This week you're talking about Ariel Winter.
Who was in The Last Movie Star with Burt Reynolds,
His
the
final film.
last movie he made.
You have got to watch that movie.
It's
I
good.
haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
It's real good.
I'm looking at it right now, and I
And
didn't say it for that reason.
Some of the people in it are just actual people. Like, I'm pretty sure that the people who put on that little film festival in the movie are the actual people who do that in real
And
life.
most of the film was shot in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yep.
And they claimed it was Nashville, and I said, no, I've been there.
All right, my turn. My Lainey Diamond is 17 now. She's in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, Stranger Things. Her name is Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown.
That's cool. Yeah, I can see that.
Next up, we've got Coleman Ettinger, played by Jason Robards, 67 at the time. Sean, who did you have in mind for this one?
Well, since my actress is a transgendered actress, and that's going to play into the storyline, I thought it would be interesting to see an actor dealing with being in the body of a transgendered teen and how that actor would react, to the strange politics and things.
Everything.
Yeah, the whole thing of it all. So I went with a 68-year-old actor who was in Argo.
Argo, fuck yourself.
Flight. I'm weighing heavily what I should say next. Raising Arizona. Barton Fink.
Holly Hunter.
I went with John Goodman.
John Goodman. He's awesome. Has he ever played a woman? I'm trying to think. I'm running through his catalog. I think
he may have done drag for a role.
Or maybe in like a sketch or something, like a Second City thing or something like that.
Yeah.
I recently rewatched King Ralph.
Oh, wow.
So much fun. Peter O'Toole. You get Peter O'Toole and John Goodman in the same room.
Nice.
Come on.
Nice.
All right, Chelsea, you got it?
Yeah. This little nugget's for you, Sean.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not even gonna
Little
say
poop
what
nugget.
not even gonna say what he's in. What with Bill Pullman?
Billy Pullman.
I shopped him,
Wow.
and I also shopped Bill Murray.
Wild.
That's
Wild stuff. Over to me, my Coleman Ettinger is a character actor who you don't recognize his name, but you recognize his face. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in Wonder Woman 1984. He was in Last Christmas. He's also in Spider-Man Far From Home. It's Pierre Bergman. Pierre Bergman.
Yeah, okay.
Is
I know who you're talking about.
In this, and my connective tissue is that they're all in the Netflix film Enola Holmes. Enola
I
Holmes,
gotcha.
about
Sherlock's
Sherlock Holmes' little sister. Yes.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. All right, final thoughts on Dream a Little Dream.
Better than License to Drive.
Yeah.
So, once again, just watch this one. Don't watch the sequel.
Oh,
Dream
that's
a little,
right.
Dream a Little Dream 2.
Oh, it's ridiculous. There are like superpowers involved and
Mhm.
magic. It
Yes.
does not make any sense.
All right. That being said, we're going to go into our final bonus segment. It's going to be a battle of Corys.
Oh.
Since the late Corey Haim is no longer with us, he will not be involved in this.
Okay.
But it's, well, I guess some of them aren't alive either. I'm going to redo this. For your final bonus segment, it's going to be a battle of the Feldmans. First, we've got Corey Feldman versus Marty Feldman versus Scott Feldman. And for the listeners, Scott Feldman is he's retired now, a Major League Baseball pitcher for several teams. Marty Feldman, of course, most prominent to me, Young Frankenstein.
Of course.
Also, just known for his kind of very unique appearance, the
Wild Eye.
Wild Eye, yes. And then Corey Feldman at the height of his powers. Chelsea.
So, I just want to give this one to Corey Feldman as an apology from the fucking Today Show.
Oh, God. Let's not even tell them about it.
No,
so nobody
I'm just
needs to
saying.
watch it.
He got done dirty.
He
got
did.
Done, he got done real wrong.
So, I'm doing him a solid.
Okay.
I'm glad you did that. I mean, I was thinking from Goonies era, Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Mouth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he
mean-
was great.
I mean, just his
But,
verbal jujitsu.
Yeah,
But can
also,
you
like, for a
awesome.
kid who was, 11 years old at
Oh,
the time,
that-
the charisma.
Oh, that's why I really like him.
He's flirting
an
with the
actor.
mom and the housekeeper in the opening scene of the movie.
I get that, but think of him as he gets older and constantly being compared to that,
Well,
along
yeah,
with all the
true.
other crap that's gone on.
yeah.
So I'm doing adult Corey Feldman a solid.
Okay, that's cool. I don't even know your pitcher. I followed baseball.
You're more of a catcher, right?
Yeah, I'm more of a catcher. Thank you. Marty Feldman, of course, just freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
You kind of took what I was going to do as kind of like
Oh yeah,
Marty
jump on my
No,
bandwagon.
no. Marty Feldman.
That was Sean's idea, Chelsea.
Well, he didn't find
I'm
a voice.
I'm gonna follow suit and go with Marty Feldman as well.
Marty Feldman.
Yeah, he's awesome. If you have not seen any of his stuff, go back and look him up. All right.
Wait, just because I did it doesn't mean that you guys couldn't have done it either.
Yeah, we can do it too. I want to thank you, Chelsea, for being here and doing your damn thing.
You damn thing.
I appreciate it. I want to thank the engineer, my co-host and co-producer. Anything that either of you would like to plug? Trivia. We had it outside this past week. That was epic.
It was freezing.
It was nice.
I thought it was great. I think you run cold.
I do.
Okay. Sean, plugs?
I want to plug the Francis Marion commercial music program.
Ah.
We have issued them a challenge to recreate our intro and outro music.
Yes.
So I'm very excited to see.
I'm excited too, but I'm also sad because what about the British robot lady?
Well, maybe we can get the British robot lady.
Hmm.
But I want to plug them, and again, I won't steal your thunder about wearing your damn mask.
Wear your mask, always, forever and ever. Amen. Do you know what next week's episode is?
Shakespearean movies.
Shakespearean films. And when I think about Shakespearean films, I think about one guy, Kenneth Branagh. He's was given an honorary doctorate of Shakespearean literature because he's done so many Shakespeare movies. Kenneth Branagh is known for directing and or acting in film adaptations of William Shakespeare, beginning with Henry V in 1989, followed by Much Ado About Nothing in 1993. I always want to say nothing. Othello in 95, Hamlet in 96, Love's Labor Lost in 2000, and As You Like It in 2006. However, what is the title of the 2018 film that Branagh directed and starred in as William Shakespeare? Once again, that question, what is the title of the 2018 film that Branagh directed and starred in as William Shakespeare? He was in heavy prosthetics.
I don't know. I did not know that even existed.
I don't. Why am I drawing
And I'm a layman, but I'm pretty sure the title is a Shakespeare quote. All is true. All is true. Check it out. It's pretty good, actually. We want to plug the podcast itself. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us on all of your podcatcher apps. We are hosted online on Podbean. Also, we are Cinema Chop Shop on Twitter. We're Cinema Chop Shop on Facebook and Instagram. Also, our email address is cinemachopshop@gmail.com. The beers we checked in today will be checked in on Untapped. We're Cinema Chop Shop on there. And also, we're doing some stuff over on YouTube. So be looking out for that. The channel is Cinema Chop Shop Podcast. And finally, thank you to you, the listeners. Wear a mask, social distance, and give a damn. And remember to watch, chop, retrofit.
And tip your Corey.